Hello, welcome to Cardminds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Leo weekly money and career reading from April 7th to the 13th, 2025. Leos, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Leo's weekly money and career, April 7th to the 13th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I hope you're all well. Be on the lookout on the hear out for the magic word. If you're interested in putting your name in the hat for free reading or just sharing your energies, you can put the magic word down below in the comment section and be subscribed. Don't forget to be subscribed, as I do pull names from uniquely the people that are subscribed. All right, let's get started. Leos, remember that these are general readings, general energies. These are not personal readings, but I do read upon your energies. So please share your journeys, share what you're going through, share your difficulties or your successes, good or bad. These readings are about you, all about you. Community sharing, general energy sharing allows me to continue to deliver these messages. So please continue sharing, and thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you that are supporting this channel, that are connecting, that are watching these readings. Gratitude to all. All right, let's get started, Leos. Let's see what we need to know. What is the message? What is the root of the matter in this Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, April 7th to the 13th, money and career? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? Okay, lots of cards. There was a time where it was just one card coming out. Now it's pretty much always multiples. Manipulation, dissimulation, abuse of trust in the house. This can be family. This is your personal environment, or this can be about a house you want to sell, or a house you want to buy, or property or something you want to sell, and there's sort of abuse of power. Stand strong. Stand strong. Be patient. This is an obstacle, or this is an energy where you have to anchor yourself in patience. Sometimes there's nothing impossible. There's nothing impossible with the tree, right? I feel like this is home. I feel like this is hitting home. Maybe this is with a friend. Maybe this is about family matters, or family property, or family decisions, right? It's possible. But this just tells me that there's something there, or a person that you're not trusting, or that you feel is manipulating you in a transaction, in a family transaction, or family discussions, or something going on, decisions you have to make within your family. And if it's not family, this is about heritage, or a family matter, or a family property. This can also be your roots, or your inner strength, your core family values, what you're attached to, your roots. So this can be, of course, something material, like something you're buying or selling, or goods, or family a property, or something, right? Or belongings. But it also makes me feel like you are thinking a lot. You're sort of not in hermit mode, but in your thoughts, rethinking or thinking the decisions you made on your journey, or what this is all about. This is about your home, your family, your material, right? Your money, and you're really focused on thinking on that right now. And so it almost feels like you're a little, not sad, but pensive, right? Rethinking things, not nostalgic, but a little what's the word that's not sad, but making you a little somber. And maybe there's something you don't want to lose, or maybe you're really close to something and you've always known it that way, and it's difficult for you to do that transaction or transition or make a decision. And it feels like you don't want to lose that connection. You don't want to lose that home space, that comfort zone. Yet there's someone that you don't trust, or you don't want to lose it to them, or you don't want to do the transaction with them, or you don't want to discuss with them because you feel like they're sort of taking something away from you. Let's see, what is this all about? What is this all about? Home, understanding that you have to have the patience, that it's important to root yourself in, in what is important for you, to make the decisions for your core values. And maybe there's a separation there, or maybe you have to discuss with your family on, making decisions that is going to separate you, or separate you from the house, or separate you from your roots, or something traditional that you've always had together, and you're not trusting someone here in this discussion or transaction or family reunion. I don't know why I'm saying that. So I know this is a money and career reading, but this is also something that's making you think and rethink what brought you here, and how you are going to try to maneuver. All right, we have, the Four of Cups, detaching yourself from someone, detaching yourself from there's a disconnect there. You don't want to talk to them anymore. You don't want to see that anymore, or it's not enough for you, or you don't want to be part of that anymore. But you still have Three Cups. There's a lot of emotion there, but there's a disconnect on the truth, understanding the truth. And I feel like this is, these are the conversations you're having. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be with that, but it's certainly saying the truth. In your truth, in your integrity, in your honesty, and you're not going to take any nonsense. Queen of Wands. There you are. Aries, Leo, Sag. You are courageous. You are assertive. And you're certainly not going to let yourself be maneuvered or manipulated by any of these people, even if it's family, even if it's loved one. You don't want to, you're not going to go there. So I feel like the truth will come out, or these conversations have to be had. You're the boss. You're the boss, Leo. No matter what, you're the boss. You will make the decisions. You will carry on, and you will carry on to set a really positive vibe and to make a good decision that's going to empower you and your family to move into the right space, into the right energy space as well. And we have the sun that tells us that no matter what the obstacle is, no matter the choices you have to make or the decisions you have to make, It's going to put you in the right energy. It's going to empower you and put you in a positive energy. It's going to get better. You're moving in the right direction. You're holding you're holding your own. You're on the defense. You're defending your heritage, you're setting the boundaries. I feel like you're setting the boundaries for everyone. I feel like you're the boss in this. There's multiple people here, family members discussing around a table or discussing, all coming together, making a decision, and I feel like you're the boss and you're the one asserting yourself to get the truth, to have these discussions. You're disconnected, you don't really want to, or you don't really like this person, or you don't like this decision. You're not happy with this decision and it's sort of making you a little sad. Maybe you have to release, sell a house or your childhood home, or maybe you have to redistribute finances in your home and your family, or have to have these harsh family discussions on what to do, and with the house or property or home or something like that. Yeah, we have the Lovers. This is there's the decision, but no matter what, this is going to be a good decision. This is going to put you in the right place. It's going to put you in a positive space. I feel like you're going to be happy with this with the Sun. But the Lovers tells me that you are going to be true to yourself in this choice. You're not going to mince your words. And you also want everybody to see you for who you are. Page of Pentacles, yes, this is about finances. You're receiving finances, or you're receiving an offer, or manifested finances. And this can also be about, we'll pull more cards on the Page of Pentacles, because I feel like maybe you are getting an offer. Maybe you're getting a job offer or a financial offer on the house, or financial offer on whatever it is, whatever transaction it is, and you're not particularly trusting this financial offer. And it's almost like you don't want to go there, or you feel like it's manipulation, or this offer. It's not so much the offer, it's the person that's not trustworthy in your mind. But you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun, which tells me that you're going to settle into something really financially abundant or sustainable. You will be in the right direction. You will make the right decision and put yourself in the right direction, but you have to defend yourself, and there's someone there that's not very trustworthy. But with the Lovers, you realize that it's sort of you understand, or you need to understand your connections, the meaning of these relationships, or the meaning of these connections. And this is about the choice of who you want to trust in this lifetime, and who you want to connect with in this lifetime. And you won't back down. You will not back down. I feel like there's a moment where you realize you will have to confront this person, or you will have to say something. And for example, if this is a family member, have to confront it. Have to be, this is about respect. This is all about respect, respecting each other, or mutual respect, and making an authentic and meaningful, choice, and finding harmony in this decision within your family. And it speaks to the importance of making a choice that really aligns with your personal values and your truth and integrity. And so really consider what is important here to you in this new life direction, or in this family decision. Consider that, because this is going to resonate deeply within your soul. And we can see that because it's with the house and the tree, it feels like this is something that resonates right really deeply within, and it's almost putting you in that mood where, you know, you don't want to regret something, and you're thinking of old days, and you're thinking of the past, and you're nostalgic, and you know, this was your home, or this is your place, or whatever. You have to make a decision for your family, or you're all coming together for this, but it's touching your soul. It's very touching, and you want to make sure you can live in harmony with your true self, making this decision. And there's a real shared understanding here of mutual respect. Everybody wants, you want respect all around. And so this decision is based on, you know, based on love and trust. And you want it to remain love and trust. So let's pull a few cards on, I want to take this one, on this person here. What is it you don't trust? Maybe you don't trust yourself. It's possible. You know, it's the Queen of Wands rooted with the Seven of Swords. Maybe you don't trust yourself in this, but I think you're really going to be moving in the right direction. It's going to be the right decision. You will defend yourself. There is an offer there. All right, so what is this person you don't trust first? And then we'll go into the offer and the decision. Yeah, they're not telling the truth. And also your uncertainty. You're floating, right? You don't have the answer yet, or maybe you don't have the offer yet, and maybe everybody's coming together. The moon is projecting fear in uncertainty, projecting your fear in the unknown, in something you don't know yet, in the answer you don't have yet, in the offer you don't have it, or the decision you haven't made yet. And so you're projecting that fear. And the moon is also doubts and, you know, something that's not completely revealed yet. Now, one more card on this moon, please. Oh, too many cards. One more card on this. Wait, let me change decks. See if I can refresh a little bit. One more card on this moon, please. Yeah, it's all about you. It's all about you. You have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, but it's also telling me this is fresh, something new is coming in. And I feel like you will be enthusiastic, right? This new venture or this new offer is going to empower you, and it's going to be an exciting new venture where you're going to be able to explore new ways. But we do have this moon first, which is just telling me that it's in, you know, the importance of understanding how to navigate through confusion, right? Trust your intuition. If you haven't made a decision yet on your home or on the property or on the family, whatever it is, even money, trust yourself and trust your intuition over fear. And I think it's that. I think that you're fearful, you're doubting, and it's putting you in a sort of nostalgia. Well, I would have liked it to just stay the same. I would have liked it to not to sell the property or not to divide the property. It can be also that. Or I would have liked to be able to trust everybody and everything just go, you know, smoothly. And so here it's just about staying grounded during, you know, emotional instability, turmoil, or not even turmoil, but yeah, turmoil or difficulties with family or difficulties, you know, confronting or connecting. And so sometimes it's important to just recognize that we're not in that illusion anymore, that we're not in that hope, that dream that everything's going to remain the same at all times, and to sort of let go of those fear-based illusions, right? Where, you know, okay, you have to make a decision, but until it's done, you don't know exactly what it's made of and what's going to pan out. So let's continue here on the offer. What is this offer all about? What is this offer all about for Leo? Money and career. The offer is to detach yourself and to go on to your own journey and let go of the fear of judgment, step out of there, step out into the unknown, or start your own, detach yourself from family obligations or detach yourself from obligations. Now I'm saying family because we have the house, but it can also be you rooting your family somewhere else and wanting to go on a new adventure and not wanting to be part of that job, company, business anymore because you don't want those obligations anymore. You don't want to be tied to that contract or tied to those obligations or tied to that judgment and the people always saying, you know, everybody knows everything, that thing. Yeah, this is a new adventure for you. This is definitely the choice of a new journey for you. Almost the first steps in a new career, it can be, or the first steps in a new adventure where you're finally believing in yourself and believing in yourself and detaching yourself from family, old ways, or obligations, or a job with a lot of rules and regulations that you don't want to follow anymore. Yeah, felt stuck. Not surprising. And suddenly, okay, well, there we go. We have the Tower. So there's an awakening here. There's an awakening here. So even if there's fear of change, even if you're, you know, you're not quite sure with the, here's the Tower, sudden awakening, new change, new way of thinking. This is a true breakthrough for you. This is your dream. So this was what you wanted. Make a wish, Leo, make a wish. It's something that you've been juggling with, something that you've been working on. You've had to adapt, you've had to transition, you had to understand this, but yet it is your dream to detach yourself from that. So for me, there's two different energies. There's having to sell the house or the property or make a decision within your family, even if with its other family members or just you and your family, and a material decision about money, right? About a transaction or accepting a job offer or a business offer, right? And that offer or that transaction or that energy you've been in for a while because it will be a big change once you make this decision. Maybe you're moving somewhere else. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're going to go for a whole new career. Maybe you're starting your own business. This is something unknown for you and you're stepping into the unknown, and that's the fear for you, right? Understanding that this is going to be a different life and this is going to be a different journey. And so there's that. And so the material and the transaction that can be just based on money and a money transaction of buying, selling, or moving or whatever, or accepting a contract or something like that, is having an effect on your soul, on your mind, on your heart, and what you've done up to now and what your life has been up to now. And I'm surprised we don't have the nostalgia card, right? The Six of Cups. I feel like this is just you thinking about what brought you here and your attachments to this house or this property or this way of life or what you built, the way where your family is, where you live, or something like that, right? And so because this is something new, it's a big choice. It's a big decision. And sometimes these big decisions make us a little nostalgic. But at the same time, right, it's a soul change. You know, it's right. But at the same time, this was your wish. Change was your wish, but you do have to adapt. But I feel like there's a sudden breakthrough here, and that it's suddenly coming in. This wish is suddenly coming in. So maybe you've been waiting for an offer for a very long time, or maybe you knew that this house needed to be sold for a very long time, or maybe you knew there had to be a change that had to come and that you had to make this decision for a very long time, right? So now this tells me that suddenly you get your wish, suddenly it's happening, suddenly you're moving forward in something really positive and excited, and it's exciting, and it's just going to get better and better. And with the Fool card, this tells me that it is time to move forward. It is time to open your heart and sort of embrace the unknown, and freeing yourself from those constraints or judgments or whatever you want to free yourself from. This is the time to step into the world, right? With more open-mindedness, more curiosity, excitement to discover the world and to do other things that you've never done before, or just build a new business, or build new connections, or move to another place. And so trust yourself. And I think that for you, you have this nostalgia or these doubts because you have to trust the process, even if it's not really clear yet, and even if it's right, you feel this uncertainty maybe for you and your family. And so stepping into the unknown will bring you growth. And so if you let go of that fear, it's going to allow you to move forward in the sun with the 10 of Pentacles, abundance, harmony, stability, and just the positive energy pushing you in the right direction, connecting yourself with the right people, giving you happiness and, joy in your life, and warmth and warm energy in your life to tap into a higher vibration. So it is about self-discovery, and I think that you are discovering yourself along the way. It's a journey. It's the Fool's journey, right? About learning and growing, and sometimes it's the only way to learn is through experience, right? So you will gain wisdom along the way. So embrace this new journey rather than focusing on what you're leaving behind, or what the outcome must be, or the validation from people. There are limitless possibilities once you trust yourself, and once you take that leap of faith, because clearly it's something that you've wanted. This is a real beautiful invitation to consider everything possible, everything opening up to you without being weighed down by the past, by past decisions, or even failures, or doubts, or expectations, right? Don't let that nostalgia weigh you down, or don't let those doubts weigh you down as you transition into this new career, life, energy, adventure, whatever it is, journey. Now, I always say, we talk about career and money and choices and family and decisions, but these cards are also about your soul and your mind and your heart. And maybe there are no transactions, and maybe it's not about family, or it is about family, but it's in your heart, in your soul, that you're going through all this. Because the world is chaotic and there's a lot going on, and maybe you did have to make decisions, or maybe decisions were made in your family that are difficult for you to handle, or difficult for you to process, because it's putting you in a state of less dependency, and now it's sort of projecting you on your own journey to be able to do whatever you want. And maybe that fear is there, the unknown, right? Where you have to build something new, or you're going to go off and do something completely different, or the decisions of your family have put you in the nostalgia because something is not there anymore. Love, connections, property, things you share. I think that you know now that it's time for you to process and to take on your own energies, and be open. Let the world be your oyster. Let the world be your oyster. I want to pull one more card on that mouse, on that manipulation, because for some reason, I don't know if this is a person that's manipulating. I feel like you got into your head, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just for one person. I don't know. But I feel like it's you tricking yourself in, yeah, illusions and having to rethink. Yeah, illusions on being able for everything to remain the same and keep going. Life as it was for many, many years, it's never going to change, and it's beautiful, and we're going to remain like that, right? I feel like smoke and mirrors there, smoke and mirrors. So whether it's you and your family deciding something, or you just nostalgic of the old times, it's really making you rethink and reassess your journey, and reassess where you are on your journey, even on your career choices and what brought you here. It's putting you really in a moment of understanding, that you are facing your own doubts and your own decisions. And it is making you have to dig really, really deep to understand why it put you in that melancholy. Melancholy is the word I was trying to look for. Melancholy. All right. So we have, and so maybe, maybe you're thinking about past failures or past decisions, or, and things that you really don't want to think of, but it's coming up to the surface whether you want it or not. Your disillusions, the people you couldn't trust. Okay, and then we have justice. Okay, so justice has to come in. And justice is there for you. And Two of Pentacles again, you have to adjust, you have to adapt. There's a lot going on. No matter what, there's a lot going on. The justice, the law of cause and effect. So whatever happened, or whatever's going on with the justice, this is something that is going to bring back balance to fairness or truth or balance or accountability. And I think that for whoever this might concern, whether it's you or someone else or whoever, or the whole family or the whole situation, this is about accountability. And without accountability, we cannot have balance. What you put out there comes back to you, whether it's good or bad, right? So this is about seeing the truth, understanding exactly what's going on, examining all facts, digging deep with the Hermit, having to dig deep within your emotions to really gain that clarity and that balance. There might be courts coming in, making a decision, and maybe courts have to make decision. Maybe it's a major decision that has to be in your family, or maybe you're making this major decision, or maybe the universe is really coming in and shifting things around, putting everybody back where they stand, where they have to be, so you can all move forward in a new, in a fresh new energy. But I feel like here it's really important to examine all facts. So it's emotional for you, although we don't have that many cups, but I feel like in your soul, it triggers your soul. But at the same time, you have to be objective. You have to make a decision and be very rational. Whatever facts need to come up, whatever truth has to come up, whether there's manipulation or someone lied or there was abuse of power or whatever it is, it will come to light. It is going to come to light. So if that's what you're waiting for and that's your fear, it is going to come to light. But the decision has to be made on ethics and morality, and not just in a practical sense, right? On the truth, on facts, and what exactly went down. This is a period where you really need balance, and it's emotional, right? Mental, physically, everything needs to be aligned. And so consider where there is an imbalance. Consider what needs to be addressed, or who needs to be accountable for all this in this moment. right? Imbalance may exist, and just, you know, take the steps to restore stability so you can make a decision or can see forward instead of brewing in nostalgia or brewing into something that you don't, you know, you don't feel comfortable in or you don't trust. All right, let's see the future here. The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. For me, if this is about family and money, yep, there we go. There's the offer, there's the money coming in, and this money coming in is triggering decisions. So either you're sharing this money, it's an inheritance, or it's an offer, a property, selling, buying, whatever it is, it's money and yep, money and disappointments, and maybe it's just one person that's going against the tide, right? Maybe it's just one person that's disagreeing, or one person that stabbed you in the back, or one person you feel is not completely honest in this decision, transaction, situation, whatever it is. There we go. 10 of Swords. There's that offer coming in or the finances coming in, and you feel stabbed in the back. All right, one more card on the 10 of Swords. But justice is there, so, and there you are, standing your ground, courageously standing your ground. You're not going to take any nonsense, but also you're different. You're different. And so whatever is going on, you're like, yeah, but I'm Leo, and no one's going to step on me. I'm the king of the jungle. And so whether you like me or not, I'm standing my ground, and I know what the truth is, or I know what honesty means, or I know what integrity means, and all I know is that you're manipulating the situation and you've stabbed me in the back. One more card on this King of Wands. I know I'm pulling a lot of cards, but yeah, again, about morality and respect, and you know how you want things to go down, obstacles, but we have the Strength card. You're resourceful. No matter what, you'll be in control. Listen. Be empathic. Make sure you listen. Make sure you understand. Make sure you observe. And also stay open to other people that have to talk to you. Make sure you're open to communication. That, you know, and then you have the World. End of cycle. End of cycle. So I think this is, even if this is something that is a little tricky, a family decision or disagreements, or all of a sudden revelations of truths or things, you know, that either are not very honest. Here we are with the World card telling me that, you know, there's completion of this cycle. And so embrace the wholeness of the self, right? Whatever you did is fine. Whatever you did is what you could to maneuver and find solutions. Understand that the emotional cycle is finally coming full circle, right? This difficult time is finally coming full circle. And even if, yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a ride, right? So allow this emotional and spiritual integration and completion. It's a major spiritual cycle, a major spiritual journey, and but you're completing this cycle. So bravo to you, and let go of the harmful illusions of what you could have done or what you should have done, or your space in the world or your purpose in the world. Or you are important. You are important in your community. You are important in your job, in your family. So just know that you are a beautiful person, and you have done everything that you could to empower this this transition, even though it's emotional. All right, one last message for the road. Leo, weekly, money and career, April 7th to the 13th, 2025. Okay, that wants to come out. There's a new offer. Yeah, there's something fresh coming in, I feel. Celebrating with your family or with your friends. impatient, suddenly shifting, imposing yourself to go in a new direction, to think differently. There's definitely a breakthrough there. And we do have the Tower, so there's that sudden awakening there. Yeah, well, you're still disconnected from that person, but you're celebrating with your family, understanding this is going to take you in a new direction. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Leos. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for sharing your journeys, for sharing your energies. Remember that this is your channel. This is your community, our community. And as you share your energies, I have the capacity to continue to deliver these messages. So whether you put a heart down below, or whether you share your complete story, for the good, for the bad, for the ugly, just as long as it's respectful, continue to share these energies so I can continue to deliver these messages. I want to say that the magic word here is completion. Completion. So if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading, or just sharing your energies, you can put the word completion down below in the full cycle, completion. Completion. It's fine. I'm hearing full circle. Okay. So whether you want to put full circle or completion down below, it's pretty much the same. Whatever works for you. Completion, full circle down below. Don't forget to be subscribed. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Gratitude to each and every one. Gratitude. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a great week, Leos. Take care. Bye-bye.